Hello everyone, this is Concho from Concho Sewing and welcome back to another edition of Basics of Sewing. In this video tutorial I'll be showing you how to sew types of pockets. There are a few types of pockets, inner and outer pockets. Some can be used in both categories, so we'll be diving into how to make some of these. So I have 4 types of pockets I'm going to show you. So first one is very simple, so it's a simple pocket. The second type of pocket is a one fold. As you can see, it goes from the top to bottom and it has some velcro. I'll be showing you how to make some of these. The third type of pocket is the fold which goes to the sideways and has some velcro on top of it to close it like this, to hold everything in place. You might have seen this one. It's very often backpacks and something like that. Type of pocket, which is very interesting, utilizes both techniques. Folds which go on both sides from the top to bottom and from left to right. We also have a velcro which sticks out like this. I'll be explaining why it does that, and we have some webbing to strap everything in place. Alright, now let's start sewing. For this demonstration I will use 6 parts of canvas. As you can see, 3 are in black and other 3 are in yellow. I did this just because of the contrast in the color, so it's easier when I'm explaining. Okay, so these 3 black parts of canvas are in black and these will be our back panels of the pockets, so we will sew the yellow ones on top of them. So these 3 are back panels and they are 15 by 15 centimeters, all 3 of them. And yellow ones, as you can see, are all different. So I will be explaining that. So the first type of pocket is also 15 by 15 centimeters. The second one is 15 by 22 centimeters. And the third one is a 15 by 15 centimeters base, and I added 5 centimeters on each side. So you have a 25 by 20. So you have 5 centimeters on each side of the length. Okay, so let's start first with the most basic one. So before we start sewing, let's find the middle points. For this one is also 15 by 15. So top and bottom middle points. Let's also find the middle point for this one as well. Now with this variant of pocket, since this will be inner pocket, this part, the front panel should be a bit lower than the back panel, so it's easier to access and it's easier to sew into the parts of the... Let's try and sew it a bit like this. So 2 centimeters from the top, but first we want to fold this part like so and sew it over like this. Let's do that. Okay, so this is the most simplest version, so you can leave it like this, or you can sew over the bias tape. But for now, we'll just leave it at this. Okay, so the next thing is to measure 2 centimeters from the top. This is where our pocket is going to be, our top side of the pocket. So the next thing will be to measure the middle points here, like so, and align all of those. So we have to align the sides, so we mark the 2 centimeters here and here, and align the middle point here. We'll start sewing from this side all the way to the bottom. We'll be aligning these lines like so, and okay, so when you start sewing, be mindful of the other side as well, so don't pull the pocket all the way to the one side. You will be needing the canvas for the other part. That's why it's important to align the middle points. Try to sew a few stitches up and down to secure this point. Okay, now for the other side, let's repeat the process. Couple of stitching up and down. Try to align the canvas well, so you don't have any bulging or something like this. So try to spread the canvas well. Alright, now the next part is to sew from the other side on the bottom. So we need to close the bottom part of the pocket. You can do it from the top side if you are able to measure and able to see the canvas, or you can simply just use the scissors and cut the excess on the bottom part. And now you want to cut a centimeter. 1 centimeter is pretty okay. Like this. Now let's just sew over that line. Alright, and this is our pocket. This is the simple version, so this is the most easiest one to make, and it's pretty good for certain types of pouches or things. It should be used accordingly to the projects you're making. So this is not the best type of pouch for everything, but it has its uses. Alright, now let's go to the second type of pocket, which I'm about to show you. It can be used as inner pocket or the outer pocket. So this one, as you can see, is a bit longer. We said it's 22 centimeters by 15, and you can see clearly that the base plate is smaller, way smaller, and this is what we're going to do. So first we want to decide on the size of the pocket. First we'll measure the middle points. .5 centimeter middle point on the back side and on the front side. Then we want to add 2 centimeters from the top, as our pocket is going to be like this, so it's not all the way to the top, it's a bit down. This is only a demonstration, so you have the choice to make it how you like it, but I'm going to show you how I will do it. Next thing on the list is to sew over this part of the canvas, like so. Alright, now we will need velcro for the pockets. Let's draw the middle line from top to bottom and the 2 centimeter across as we marked, so we have the exact middle point of the pocket. Okay, so it should go something like this. So we want to have a velcro on top of this pocket first. We need to make, whatever you do for the pocket, on the type of closure of the pocket, you need to do it before you sew the whole pocket. Okay, so that should be something like this. And the velcro should be just below the line we drew. Okay. First, let's sew the velcro that's going on the back panel. Fold the velcro in half, use some chalk to mark the middle point, and align it just below the line you drew, and sew the box shape stitch. Okay, this is good. Now for the front side of the pocket. Before we sew the male velcro onto the pocket, by the way, usually I'm always sewing the fluffy or the female part of the velcro on the back panels of the pockets, and the male side of the velcro I'm usually sewing onto the actual side of the pocket. Alright, next thing you will need is a piece of webbing. So you will pull on that part of the velcro on the tab. This is actually a pull tab for the pocket, so you don't always go with the fingers in, so you have a easy way to open the pocket. So this is a pull tab, simple webbing, folded in half. You can do it, you can make it smaller or bigger, it's up to you. So this is how it goes. Okay, so next thing on the list is sewing the male side of the velcro. So you need to turn the pocket on the wrong side up. The velcro is going also right side up, so because it needs to go like this. So wrong side of the canvas facing up, right side of the velcro facing up. Mark the middle point. By the way, if you're wondering of the length of the velcro, it's 4.5 centimeter, and here is 4 centimeter. You can use whatever measures you like. It's really up to you. This is just a demonstration. So, canvas wrong side facing up, velcro right side facing up. Align it with the middle point just below the line here. But before we start sewing, you want to add this pull tab. So the pull tab goes first, velcro over, try to align it, and sew a box shape stitch. Okay, so now that we have our velcro, sorry if this looks bad, I made few mistakes. Anyway, so continuing on, we want to align the pocket exactly. Be mindful how your pocket is going to be, so you have the middle points right. Something like this. You can use these to further secure the pocket. Okay, now it's time to start sewing the pocket. As we done with the first type of the pocket, make sure to sew a couple of stitches on this point here, like so. Don't sew the whole pocket just yet. You will pull the rest of the pocket like this. Align it with its middle point here. And grab some clippers and secure it tight. Now, as you can see, you are left with this big excess canvas, as you can see. Just to clarify, I intentionally exaggerated the length of this canvas just to show you how to make this type of pocket. So it should be a lot easier if this part of the canvas is shorter. For this exercise, I decided to have it like this. Okay, so now that you come here, the next thing on the list is to align the bottom part of the pocket with the bottom part of the back panel, like this. And now you want to just fold this bottom part like so, but you don't want to fold it all the way to the bottom. You want to fold it some 2 centimeters from the bottom. So measure 2 centimeters from the bottom. We have 2 centimeters from the bottom of the pocket, and the rest of it is going to go like this. So you're folding everything underneath the top side of the pocket and pushing it down and aligning it with the 2 centimeter mark we made, and just sew over it. So you should get something like this, a like a S shape. And now let's repeat the process for the other side. Few stitches. Now don't sew more than half of the canvas, because you need to fold to make a fold, 2 centimeter shape fold. We just marked 2 centimeters from the bottom. Turn the pocket around and try to align the canvas to match the 2 centimeter shape, like this. It should be similar to the other side, like so. So, pushing the bottom part of the canvas over below the top part and aligning it with the mark we just made. Okay, now let's sew over it. When we get to the bottom part, let's just sew the pocket completely. Okay, now this is our pocket. You can see it has a lot of space because I exaggerated with the measurements, so you can see it better. You can see the differences. It has the same back panel but a lot more space. Alright, now let's go on to the next type of pocket. Type of pocket has also a back panel which is 15 by 15 centimeters, and we have the front side of the panel which is 23 by 15, so it goes into the side. So the measurements, as you can see, are 15 by 15, but in this case we have 4 centimeters onto the left and right side. So let's continue. Next type of the pocket is folds are on the sideways. First things first, let's mark the middle points. On the top and bottom. Let's connect these two dots. 2 centimeters from the top. Connect these two, so you have something like this, a cross. Alright, now for the front side of the pocket, let's mark the middle points on top and bottom. Let's just add a bit more here. Okay, let's fold this top side and sew it like this. Alright, now is this pocket I'm going to show you about. Usually I've seen this pocket go onto the outside of the pouches and backpacks and whatnot. So the way this pocket works, it has a velcro sewn onto the front side of the pocket, and it has some kind of nylon webbing to connect to the velcro, something like this. And as you pull the velcro over it, you open the pocket. So this is what is holding the pocket closed, so to say. Of course, as I exaggerated the measurements, in this case it would be best to use a bigger nylon webbing. So this is a 5 centimeter, as it covers more space here. So let's do that. So the velcro is going to be some 5 centimeters from the top of the pocket. And to cut the correct size of the webbing is going to start from the top of the pocket, like so. It goes over the pocket and it grabs onto the velcro. So we are going to have to add some few centimeters, maybe 3 centimeters more for the pull tab, like so. To give you the correct measure, 12 centimeters. Alright, first let's start with the back side of the pocket. By the way, let's mark the middle point of the webbing, like so. And the webbing is going to go like this. So middle point, maybe centimeter below the 2 centimeter mark we just drew, like so. And we are going to sew a few stitches to hold it in place. So aligning everything correctly, 1 centimeter from the line, of course you can be careful with the stitching and do a box shape stitch if this is going to be on the outside. If not, it doesn't matter. It's just important to be durable and reliable. Okay, now we want to place our pocket like this, and we need to determine where exactly our webbing is going to be. So some 3 centimeters, three centimeter fold, or mark the 3 centimeter here, and 3 centimeter like this, and you should do a stitch to hold this in place. Remember, the fold goes on to the bottom, not on top. It goes to the bottom like this. Few stitches. Okay. Let's align it again. Alright, now let's draw just lightly draw over the part of the webbing which is going to cover, which is where our velcro is going to be, like so. It can be smaller, of course, that depends on your choice. I'm going to make it 4 centimeters. Okay, so this is my velcro place. This is where my female part of the velcro is going to be. Like this. And we need to mark where our male part of the velcro is going to be on the opposite side of the webbing. Now that we have measurements, try to add them onto the bottom side. Alright, now this is our place for the male part of the velcro. So, female part of the velcro goes onto the front side of the pocket panel, and this is our back panel, and this is our back side of the webbing. It goes over it because it has to close the pocket like so. Let's start with the velcro. Okay, let's do a box shape stitch. Okay, so this is our female part of the velcro. Now for that male part, let's also do a box shape stitch. Be mindful where you sew the velcro. It has to go over the top like this. Don't make a mistake because you'll have to correct it afterwards. Okay, box shape stitch. Now that that's done, let's align everything and close the webbing to hold it in place. Like so. Alright. Now that we've done that, next thing we want to do is to align, as you can see what I'm doing, so I'm pushing the side of the canvas to match the side of the back panel. We want to align it to be like this. Add some clippers to hold everything in place, like so. Now few stitches to hold to secure the top side of the pocket, and sew all the way to the bottom. Right, now let's repeat that process again for the other side of the pocket. Few stitches in. Okay, now you can see that we have more canvas on the bottom than we need. We need to cut that excess canvas. So try and fold everything like this and just use your scissors. Until you have it like that. Alright, now for that pocket, so mark 2 centimeters from left and right side. Now what is important is that we have the knowledge of the middle point. Now since we've cut the bottom part of the pocket, that the bottom part of the front panel that showed our middle point, let's measure that again. We have these side notes here. Align front and back panel together and few stitches to hold it in place. As you start to sew to one side, you want to make that same fold you did last time, but this time you want to align it with the front side of the pocket with that 2 centimeter mark. Like so. When you get to the end here, turn the pocket around and start sewing to the other side. We are going to repeat that process again, aligning the pocket to that 2 centimeter mark. Okay, let's cut the excess canvas. And this is our pocket. As you can see, it has lots of space, and we have a nice velcro to close it. Okay, so continuing on with the last type of pocket I'm going to show you. This type of pocket can be used inside or outside your bags and pouches or backpacks, and it's really great technique to know. First thing first, we are going to mark the middle points on our backside panel. Now we are going to utilize all the techniques I have shown you, previously in this video. So let's mark 2 centimeters from the top. Connect these two. Connect the middle points. Let's add 2 centimeters from left and right. Let's add 2 centimeters from top and bottom. And we can also connect those two. Add 2 more centimeters from left and right on that same line. And connect them with the bottom markings. So you have something like that. 2 centimeters left and right, 2 centimeters from the bottom, 2 centimeters from the top, like that. Alright, now for the front part, let's sew over the front part of the pocket. Let's again mark the middle point here. Okay, now we need to sew a velcro into the middle, on the middle here, and we need to sew webbing that will go on top of this, like so. A centimeter below the pocket line, like this. And it will go all the way, let's add 10 centimeters from the bottom. And just use the webbing like this, going from the middle, and do it like so. This is where our male part of the velcro is going to be. To determine the length of the webbing, we need to know the distance of the pocket that's going to stick away from the back panel. So we added 5 centimeters here, so that's 5 centimeters from the base, and another 10 centimeters going down. So let's add 15 centimeters of the webbing, 1 centimeter more to go below the line here, and 3 more to add as a pull tab. So that's 19 centimeters. 19 centimeters. Let's fold that 3 centimeter mark as a pull tab. And so to hold it in place. Okay. Now let's sew that 1 centimeter below the pocket line. Alright, let's add 10 centimeters of female velcro onto the webbing. 10 centimeters starting from this line here. We need to have our pull tab, so below the pull tab 10 centimeters, female part of the velcro. You might wonder why female part of the velcro here. Well, because it's easier to replace the velcro. As you may notice, the fluffy part of the velcro usually wears out over time and loses its ability to grip onto the other part of the velcro. So the other part of the velcro usually stays like this its whole lifetime, and the female part usually wears out. So that's why we are placing it here, because it's easier to replace it here than to replace it on the pocket. Moving on, so 10 centimeters, simple box shape stitch should do. Okay, we have our velcro. Now for the male part, let's add 5 more centimeters of the velcro on top of this, and you will see why when we finish the pocket. As you can see, we are sewing only to the to the end of the pocket here, box shape stitch. This is how it should look. It should stick 5 centimeters from the pocket. And now let's start sewing that pocket. First thing you want to do with this is to align the bottom part, as you can see, and sew a few stitches to hold it in place. Now we need to utilize the techniques I have shown you in previous pockets. So pushing the one side over, we want to add clippers to hold this into place. So we are aligning that 2 centimeter mark with our pocket here. And let's start sewing. Okay. Now add few stitches to secure this part. Start sewing slowly. Now remember to fold. Now you want to align the angles here. You want to place a clipper here, like this, and remember that 2 centimeter mark. Now we need to make that fold and keep everything aligned. We are pushing the bottom side of the canvas underneath the top, and we want to align the top side of the canvas with that 2 centimeter mark. That should be pretty easy. Alright, that should do it. It's important that we have these angles, these corners aligned. Alright, now let's repeat the process for the other side. So let's first align the bottom angle here with some clippers. You'll have to wrestle a bit with the fold pocket because it's a bigger part of the canvas. Next thing is aligning the top pocket mark here, like so, securing it with few stitches. Okay, let's repeat the process. We need to align the top side of this fold with the 2 centimeter mark here, as you can see. Two centimeter mark. And try to align it like so. Okay, now we are left with this mess of a pocket. We are going to repeat the exact same process we did now, but we are going to do that on the bottom side. Okay, so starting from the middle point, we want to repeat the process. We want to align the canvas like so with the 2 centimeter mark, like this. Now turn the pocket around and start sewing to the other side. Align the measurements, align the pocket like this. Alright, now we got that pocket finished. It should look something like this. Of course, I exaggerated the measures. This should be a lot smaller. When it's smaller, it looks better. Now you can use bias tape to tape the pouch here, like so, pocket. Now for the closing of the pocket, it should go like this. And this is why we added 5 centimeters more, because you can strap, you can add more stuff inside with this added part of the canvas. So we could have placed maybe 20 centimeters of this webbing, or even 30, depending on what we want to place in the pocket, and add to the ability of the pocket to hold more stuff. Alright. Alright everyone, this is the types of pockets I know and I wanted to show and share it with you. So if you liked and learned something from this video, you can comment down below and tell me what you think of it. Subscribe, like, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Your support means a lot to me because I'm doing this for free and I want to share my knowledge with you. So every bit helps. Yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next video.